Dear students, I am Dr. Amir Fawaz Zahoor, and in this video we will study different reactions to prepare pyrrole. Pyrrole is 5-membered heterocycle which contains nitrogen in it, and all the atoms in this heterocycle lie in a plane and form an almost regular pentagon. So synthesis of pyrrole. First method to synthesize pyrrole is Paul-Knorr synthesis. In Paul-Knorr synthesis, we use 1,4-dicarbonyl compounds, especially 1,4-diketones, and they are allowed to react in the presence of amine. It should be primary amine, or we can also use ammonia. And this reaction takes place in ethanol as solvent or acetic acid as catalyst, acid catalyst. So as a result we get pyrrole derivative. If we are using ammonia as amine, then hydrogen will be placed here. Now we see the mechanism of this reaction. Because this is general example and both the carbonyl groups are identical, so amine can attack any one of them. So these lone pair will attack here and this pi bond would break. As a result, oxygen would get negative charge. O negative, NH positive, NH2. Here we can see amine was in neutral state and it donated its electron to form a bond. As a result, when an atom gives or donates electron to form a bond, it gets positive charge. And when in neutral state an atom gets electron, it gets negative charge. So this proton will be taken by oxygen. This is proton transfer reaction. Minus H positive plus H positive, and as a result we get OH, NH, R and R here. Now in the next step, nitrogen will attack again on this carbonyl group and we will get cyclization. Again oxygen would have negative charge, nitrogen with positive charge, R and OH. Now proton transfer reaction would take place again. This proton would be taken up by oxygen and we would get this double aminal. And this will be doubly dehydrated. 2 water molecules would be eliminated in order to get pyrrole derivative. So I repeat the mechanism once again. We have amine here which can act as nucleophile and it should be primary amine. This amine will attack on carbonyl carbon and oxygen would get negative charge as this bond would break, and as a result we have this intermediate. Now here proton transfer would take place and we will obtain this intermediate. Now amine would again attack on this carbonyl carbon to get this intermediate. As a result of this, as a result of proton transfer reaction, once again this double aminal would be produced and this would undergo double dehydration, water removal from this side, and we would get pyrrole derivative as a product. So next reaction. Next reaction is Hain synthesis. In this reaction, alpha halocarbonyl compound, beta ketoester, and primary amine is used, and here we can have two type of products. One possibility is that we get 2, 3, 5 trisubstituted pyrrole derivative, and the second possibility is in our second possibility we can get 2, 3, 4 trisubstituted pyrrole derivative. Now mechanism of the reaction. So we can remove this. In our first step, beta ketoester would react with amine, and we know that the reaction of amine with aldehyde or ketone results in imine as a product. So aldehyde plus amine give rise to imine, and we can use ketone as well. So reaction for this is ketone. If we use hydrogen, it would be aldehyde plus RNH2. As a result, we can get this imine as a product. So same would happen here. This would attack on this carbon, and after imine formation we would get here. You should know the mechanism of imine formation, and this can tautomerize as enamine, now this enamine is important in this case because its reactivity pattern with alpha haloketone actually results in different regiochemistry of the products. For example, we can see here, now I remove this. I draw it here. So this is this intermediate. Now I can remove it from here as well, and it can react with alpha halocarbonyl. The lone pair of nitrogen can directly attack here and displace the halogen. With this we would get R4 and here R1. this intermediate, and in this case it will shift electron here. This electron would attack on this carbonyl, this bond would break, oxygen would get negative charge. Nitrogen would get positive once again because it was in neutral condition, it donated its electrons, and now it would get positive charge. So this intermediate would be obtained. In the next step, again this would take proton, this would shift here, and we would get this. Now we have this molecule and it would go dehydration. As a result, we would get our 2,3,4 trisubstituted pyrrole derivative. So this was Heim synthesis and explaining the formation of one of the products. I can explain it once again. This intermediate is formed through the reaction of beta ketoester, this one, with primary amine which we used, and it go condensation reaction because amine attacks on ketone, and ketone is more reactive as compared to ester, so the reaction between ketone and amine takes place. As a result, imine is formed. So I again show imine here. So this amine can now tautomerize. Here we should know what is imine in amine tautomerism. We should know this. Now this would tautomerize, and as a result we would get this intermediate. Now this intermediate can react with both ways with same reagent. It means same alpha halocarbonyl would be used, however two different ways can be adopted by this enamine to react with this. As a result, we can get different products. In this case especially, it directly attacks on alpha carbon and this halogen is removed. As a result, we get this one, and in this case enamine attacks on carbonyl carbon to get this intermediate which gets proton from here, and this is obtained after removal of water molecule. We get 2,3,4 trisubstituted pyrrole derivative. Now we see the other possibility. In the second possibility, this bond shifts here and this double bond attacks on this alpha carbon to remove the halogen, and as a result we get this minus H plus, proton has been removed. Now it can again tautomerize. This would be R1. Okay, now this amine would attack on this carbonyl, and intramolecular reaction is faster than intermolecular reaction. As a result of this, cyclization would take place. Again, nitrogen was neutral, so it would get positive charge because it donated its electrons. And again, proton transfer reaction would take place. And as a result of it, we will get this molecule, which would undergo dehydration because aromaticity has to be gained. So this is the driving force of this reaction, and we will get our desired target molecule, which is 2,3,5 tri-substituted pyrrole derivative. So this can also be repeated once again. We have already discussed the formation of this enamine. In this case, in previous case, this imine, lone pair of nitrogen, directly attacked on the alpha carbon and halogen was removed. However, in this case, this bond shifts here and it attacks through this double bond of enamine, and it attacks here, halogen is removed. As a result of this, we get this molecule. Now it stabilizes through tautomerism, and this amine, in this case secondary amine, this would attack here. This is enamine, so it would attack here and we would get this intermediate, and then proton transfer reaction would take place. Again, this would minus H plus H plus, and we will get this, which would undergo dehydration, and we will get 2,3,5 tri-substituted pyrrole derivative. Now next reaction. Next reaction is Connor synthesis or Knorr synthesis. In this case, we have alpha aminoketones, which are allowed to react with beta ketoesters, and we get pyrrole derivatives. Now we see the mechanism of this reaction. This reaction is quite similar to Hansch synthesis. In the first step, again condensation between these two groups would take place, and we would get this is R4, and we would get this molecule. Again, after tautomerism, we will get this. In the next step, it would attack again, just like enhanced synthesis. We will get this, and proton transfer reaction will take place once again. As a result of proton transfer reaction, this molecule would be obtained, and it would undergo dehydration to form pyrrole derivative. So we would get this product, which is pyrrole derivative. Now we see the next reaction. Next reaction is Kanner synthesis. In this case, ester of glycine and protected ester of glycine is used. This is para-toluene sulfonyl group. This group is used, and this is allowed to react with alpha beta unsaturated ketone. It can be R1, it can be R2, and we get pyrrole derivatives as a result. This pyrrole derivative. Now we see the mechanism. The N-tosyl glycine ester would be treated with a suitable base such as sodium hydride. Now, reason to choose hydride base is because it is very strong base, and also it has very small size, and due to its small size it can avoid steric problems, because there is a bulky group, para-toluene sulfonyl group, and in other bases, in case of other bases, it would be difficult to deprotonate from here. As a result, we use sodium hydride, and this can be formed. This is enolate of amino acid ester, and it would be allowed to react with ketone, and this nitrogen would attack here. This is Michael addition, and it would shift here, and as a result of Michael addition, we will get this. Here, tosyl group. So here I explain these are two carbons which get attached to nitrogen. So this is nitrogen, two carbons, because this is addition, so this double bond would disappear, as we know in case of Michael addition. So these are two carbons, then carbonyl group, and then R2. So we will get this, and next base will be used again to deprotonate from here, and we will get enolate here, and this enolate would attack on this, and this would result in this molecule. Now this molecule is obtained as a result of this addition of this anion to this carbonyl, and after that, when this molecule is treated with phosphoryl chloride and sodium alkoxide, we get pyrrole derivatives. So this is our product. So I hope this is clear to you. Now we move to the last reaction of today's lecture. Last method to prepare pyrrole derivative is Barton-Zard synthesis. In this case, isonitriles are used with alpha hydrogens. This is isonitrile, and it is reacted with alpha beta unsaturated nitro molecules or nitroalkenes, and as a result of this reaction, we get this derivative. Now mechanism. In the first step, base would be added, and proton from here can be abstracted to give corresponding carbanion, and this can attack this nitroalkene, and it would result in this molecule. This carbanion can attack here because carbenes can act as electrophile as well as nucleophile, and this bond would shift here, and as a result, this carbon would get negative charge, and here would be nitro group. In the next step, the base which took proton from isonitrile, this proton would be abstracted again by this carbanion, and we will get this molecule, and now base will again take this proton, this bond would shift here, this would shift here, and nitro would be removed. This would give us R2, R1, R, and in the last step this proton would be taken up by nitrogen and we will get this molecule. So in this case we had isonitrile and base took the proton from here from alpha position and carbonyl was produced which attacked at this nitroalkene, and as a result of Michael addition we got this intermediate. This carbonyl which was generated by the attack of this carbonyl to this nitroalkene, this attacked on the carbon of isonitrile, because carbenes can be electrophiles or nucleophiles, and in the next step this negative charge this carbonyl got proton from the solvent because base had already this proton, and in the next step we had this molecule. Here base took this proton and as a result nitro group was eliminated, and in the next step this nitrogen took this proton and as a result of this we got pyrrole derivative. I hope you have understood all the mechanisms which we have discussed for all the synthetic methods, and if you find any question or difficulty, leave your question in the comment box. Thanks.